Pre-recorded. This is the Red Ticket Blues podcast. I am Brian Buckley, at BrianBuck13 if you do. And this is being recorded on April 19th to hit the internets on April 20th, Earth Day. And 420. I am here with my lovely wife, a special guest appearance. Deanna, hello, dear.
Hello, I'm back.
You're back. The Mongos have been asking for you.
No, they have. Well, the Mongos ask. We're here to please, right? Mongo
What they get, whatever they want, they get.
I guess.
Francesca Khan's a perfect example. So, how's your day been?
My day has been fine, yeah.
Did you enjoy going to Best Buy with me today and not being able to fit the TV that I just bought into the car?
That was the highlight of my day.
Yeah.
So that was good, watching you and the Best Buy guy struggle to get a TV that was obviously not going to fit in the car.
Yeah, I don't even know why he tried. It was pretty obvious that
I think he was trying to make you feel a little bit better. Maybe it'll fit, but no.
Yeah, and even if it was close, I had so much shit in my car.
And so you got to see that too.
Yeah,
you got to be privy to that.
Yeah, I mean that was
scene.
My 2005 Honda Accord, and see all the stuff, a driver that's never been used.
No, it's been used. Has it not been used?
No,
so that's just keep it there for.
I don't know. That was the one I was going to sell.
Oh,
and it just sits there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have a set of golf clubs that's probably worth about $100, and a driver that's about $400. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So here we are.
Mm-hmm.
That's our day in Best Buy.
That is our day. You got what you wanted. You got your TV.
Again,
you didn't get
what I wanted because
but it's still coming. It's paid for. It's
right, but I don't. I'm still watching television on a little TV. I have to watch Mad Men on a little TV tonight.
Okay. Well, woe is you. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So let's talk about things. What do you want to talk about today? There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. What is it? What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the story about Britt McHenry, ESPN sideline reporter, eye candy, who I honestly didn't even know who she was until
the incident.
The incident occurred where she badmouthed a tenant, what do you call it?
Attendant?
No, yeah, attendant, a tow attendant, and I never knew who she was, and it came out today that she had been drinking all night and parked her car in an illegal place, and that's how it got towed.
Okay.
So how about that? If you haven't heard it, this is what it is. Here's a sneak peek. Sneak peek? No, people have already heard it. So here's a snippet. There you go.
I'm in the news, sweetheart. I will fucking sue this place.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll play your video, so careful. I'll play the video.
That's why I have a degree in math. I wouldn't work in a standard place like this. With no education. No skill set. Just want to clarify that. Do you feel good about your job? So I could be a college dropout and do the same thing? Why? Because I have a brain and you don't?
Looks like that.
Maybe if I was missing some teeth, they would hire me, huh?
Yeah, maybe if you had to touch your roots up a little bit.
Oh, like yours? But they look so stunning. Because I'm on television and you're in a fucking trailer, honey. Lose some weight, baby girl.
So that's that. Now, nobody likes getting their car towed. I've never actually gotten my car towed, but I don't even like seeing a parking ticket on it. I get pissed when I just see parking ticket people around.
It's a normal reaction to get pissed. It's not a normal reaction what she did.
So how do you feel about that?
How do I feel? It's despicable. She's disgusting. I mean, that's a.
But she apologized.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it was so sincere. Oh, yeah.
This incident happened a month ago, too.
Oh, and she just apologized when...
Well, she had to take in everything.
Oh, so she had to think about her words, her demeaning words to this lady who was just doing her job. No, it's terrible. Everything she said is terrible. Oh, God. And was the person standing next to her a friend of hers?
She seemed to be laughing with her at some of the comments. Oh, really? I think the toothless comment. That's was like, So here's the big question. Should she be hung?
I'm not. Should she be hung? No,
She's been suspended for a week by ESPN.
I don't know if that's enough. I'm going to be honest. It was so... I don't even know. I'm not sure what the punishment for what she said should be, but it's awful. I'm actually... It's almost satisfying that she was told she was being recorded, and then
That's
it came
the
to
worst
light.
part.
But I'm glad it came to light, and that now people
She
can
thinks
see
she's
what
so
she's,
above everything. They're like, "You're being recorded. Stop being dumb." And she continues to do it.
She didn't care.
But
it's nasty. I mean, she's nasty. It's horrible to see that, and everything she said. And who is she? That's my thing. When I kept seeing it, I was just thinking, like, who is she to be saying all of this?
Right.
It's just,
here's my question.
she's
Well, I
such
want to
a
run this by you.
model for teenage girls. I mean, what?
Right. I just want to run this by you. Now, she works for ESPN. ESPN is the same place who did not suspend Stephen A. Smith at all when he basically said that women can incite domestic violence during the whole Ray Rice thing. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? The suspensions don't, or lack of suspension, don't seem very...
So he wasn't suspended,
No.
but she was... Really?
Yeah. ESPN picks and chooses what they do, I guess.
Definitely. Oh, I didn't know that.
No one really likes Stephen A. Smith. He's part of that First Take program.
Okay.
With the other guy. I don't even like mentioning their names, as if the world listens to this podcast anyway. But I don't even like saying their names, even though I feel bad even saying Stephen A. Smith, just because it makes them more of a conversation when they're just terrible.
Okay, I see.
Do you see the method behind my madness?
No, I do.
You don't seem to be really on board that I'm some sort of mega podcast that could influence conversation at this point.
Pass.
No comment, huh? Okay. So let's move on to something we both did this week. Mm-hmm. We watched the latest 30 for 30, the Soul Man documentary with Sonny Vaccarro. Mm-hmm. Now, I had heard of Sonny Vaccarro before. I knew that he was involved in sneakers. I knew that he was involved in this shady business of recruits, AAU teams, schools. So what did you think of the documentary as someone who never even heard his name, didn't know him from Adam, and seeing the way it was portrayed?
Well, it was interesting. It was an interesting documentary. It was interesting to know how all that recruiting process works, and with the sneakers, and starting with Jordan and this and that, and he gets in bed with Nike, and then with Adidas, and then with Reebok in the end, I guess.
That's right.
But,
I didn't even realize that.
Now the big thing is the whole lawsuit with the NCAA. No.
Does he have a lawsuit? No, that was... he's
Ed
involved with Ed O'Bannon. And I'm glad somebody said his name correctly, because I, one time, had to correct a man who did not know how to say the name correctly.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Of course.
What's up, Brett?
Hey, Mike, before I get to my Yankee point, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced O'Bannon, not O'Banion.
Alright, so who cares? Big deal. It's all different. It's 20
Years
years
ago,
ago.
Ed O'Bannon carries their name.
Okay, I'm good. All right.
So how did you... now, it had a lot of the college coaches on there saying that in that Ed O'Bannon lawsuit. They didn't say it was frivolous, but they basically said that the student-athletes should not have any rights to their own image.
Which is crazy.
You thought that was crazy?
I think they should have the right.
It's pretty terrible because Sonny Vaccarro and people like him have made them millions.
Exactly.
And that money that maybe was, all the money going to their pocket should maybe be going into players' pockets.
If their image is being used, of course.
Right. No, I understand. I always used to wonder that playing those video games growing up.
If
I didn't
they
understand.
Made any money out of it, yeah.
And always Michael Jordan in the NBA games, because he's Michael Jordan and he thinks he's better than everyone. He was never actually in those video games.
Oh, really?
The Bulls had a player, 23, who looked just like Michael Jordan, but his name was never used.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
You didn't play a lot of NBA games growing up?
I
No?
didn't.
Okay, that's fine. Interesting documentary. Not my most...
do you really think he's being that sincere?
No, I think he's... I think...
So he was portrayed in this, look, everything he's gone through, and now he's making amends for possibly being shading himself. I mean...
Yeah, I know.
I don't buy it.
It was a bit tough to take. I agree. I definitely agree. I don't know. Definitely not the best 30 for 30 in the world, but interesting. And it also had that cartoon BS that I don't like. I'm not a child. I don't need to see animation. I'm so much better than that. Did I mention I like The Simpsons?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we move on. Well, that was interesting on the hardwood. There's a big fight coming up in a few weeks. Now, you're a boxing... Well, you're not a... I was going to say boxing aficionado, but
I'm a fan.
You're a fan. I've seen you get into Miguel Cotto fights like you're there.
Oh,
What's the word for hit?
Dale.
Now, you are a big Money Mayweather fan.
No.
You're Team Money, aren't you?
No.
You're Team Pac-Man?
Yes.
True and true, or just with this fight?
Well, when he fought Miguel Cotto, I wasn't a Pac-Man fan, but...
Pac-Man, man. Okay.
But in this case, yes. I will root for him.
You haven't heard enough hype about this fight. I mean, it's only a few weeks away, and this is supposed to be the biggest fight ever.
I think if it had happened 5 years ago...
I know, but all this money on the line, I mean, like I mentioned to you before...
It'd still be a big fight. It's just
I need more, like, drama.
What more drama do you want?
I need personal insults. You know what the personal insult I've heard so far? What I told you before. Mayweather has accused Pac-Man of wearing lifts in his shoes to appear taller. As if he's...
That's actually kind of funny.
Remember Kramer's friend who was ostracized by the little person community?
Yes.
Mickey?
Yeah. No, I do.
Now, that was funny. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. We started watching that propaganda, pre-fight propaganda today. It was just, Mayweather riding around in cars and having 500 people watch him work out.
Yep.
Will we order the fight?
I don't know.
We got that new TV coming.
Yes, we have the new TV coming. I know.
They're bringing it in an enormous truck, 18-wheeler.
You mean not in a Honda Accord?
No, it's not going to... Shut up. So right now, to be determined if we actually purchase this fight.
Yes.
I could try to get it through illegal feeds and try to stream it to the...
And then get a virus on your computer or something. Again.
Yeah, that's true. I've had enough of that shit, so... Moving on. What else do you want to talk about today? We can talk about young phenom Kris Bryant, who now you spent some time in Chicago, and we've been to plenty of Cubs games. But we talked last time about how ridiculous Cubs fans can be, or
some of them, not all.
Uninterested.
Yes.
Now they seemed interested in Kris Bryant. Now, before the game, they were actually ESPN, or I think it was ESPN, but whatever. They were recording his batting practice. All these things. And it's just because the Cubs made this decision to do this. If it weren't for that, he would just be another guy coming up and being like, yeah, he's pretty good. That doesn't... It's more with the Cubs. It doesn't change the player he is. So in his first game, he struck out 3 times. And the Chicago faithful... at Wrigley Field.
Are they protesting him already or something?
No, there's no protest. They were screaming, "You suck!" Certain fans,
already
select fans. It wasn't a overwhelming chant. Yeah.
Okay.
But he actually got his first hit yesterday.
Okay, good.
But I mean, Cub fans should be used to things not going their way.
Exactly, but I mean, regarding this kid though, they say he's the real deal.
No, he's very good.
It's scouts and the analysts have agreed that he is the real deal.
He's really cute too.
Is he?
Well, I wanted to see what you'd say.
He's okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, but well, we'll see what goes on there. I don't know. The Cubs...
I give him a break. I mean, and anyway,
I think the Cubs have bigger problems with John Lester not being able to throw to first.
Well, he was able to throw his whole mitt to first. So.
He was.
So
maybe he'll make that a thing.
Maybe.
It seems like something
a smart move.
Jim Abbott would do when he had one hand. I don't think he ever did that.
Well, he couldn't get the ball out of his gloves.
You're just a Lester supporter because he was a Red Sox.
Well, yeah. He'll come back.
You're a sympathizer.
He'll be back.
Okay, well, whatever. Now, there's another...
Well, whatever, okay.
Yeah, I sort of just shot that down.
Yes.
I don't even want any conversation about that. Now, something just happened. Breaking news. About an hour ago.
Yeah.
Now, by the time people listen to this, it won't be breaking news anymore.
No.
So, Tim Tebow. You were just talking about Tim Tebow. Was it yesterday? Or was it Friday?
I don't remember. I asked
you said, why isn't he playing football anymore? Like, why can't he get a job? And we talked about how I said he's basically blackballed because of the circus that surrounds him.
But would that still be going on? Are we a few years removed?
Maybe that's what the Philadelphia Eagles are thinking now as they signed him.
He'll be a backup, right?
He's like the 4th in line.
Oh.
But you never know.
Yeah.
And the problem is, when a team goes bad, this is another reason why Tebow can't make a team. Because, let's say he's the backup. That starter, once they start shitting the bed, what do the fans start chanting?
Tebow.
We want Tebow, and that's no way to coach a team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you know who else is on the Philadelphia
Mark
Eagles?
Sanchez.
They have been reunited.
Oh, God, that's right. I forgot about that dynamic duo.
Sanchez and God Boy.
Oh, no.
The holy roller
Poor
and the
Sanchez.
pretty boy.
He must be waking up with night sweats soon.
Thinking, I can't get away from this freak show. Why can't they just let me play quarterback?
Yeah. Oh,
So,
I forgot about that. That's
but then at the
right.
same time, there's rumors that the Eagles may get Marcus Mariota, another quarterback.
So how many?
The whole team is going to consist of quarterbacks at one point,
Okay.
it looks like. They're going to have about 53 quarterbacks.
Huh.
So it'll be interesting. And it's not just an invite to camp. It's a 1-year contract.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
at
just,
first thought it was just sort of like, hey, come in, we'll work you out again. Because I think he did that a month or two
How about
ago.
his Good Morning America?
That'll always be there.
thing?
He can do stories on people who, Make-A-Wish kids and puppies and the whole deal.
That's what he's doing? Is he
Actually,
on
I don't
regularly?
even know what he does. He does a lot of NFL. He does a lot of college football analysts. I think for the SEC network.
Yeah, I've seen him.
But I think he's been on some fluff pieces on Good Morning America.
Oh, I thought he was one of the people.
I don't know. I don't watch Good Morning
Yeah,
America.
No, neither
so,
do I, obviously. You should call your mom up or something.
She'd know. She loves Good Morning America. A lot of people do.
Okay.
I guess we're in the minority. I don't know how many people watch Good Morning America.
Neither do I. No. I don't have the stats on that. Yeah.
No?
No.
You came underprepared today.
I know.
Red Ticket Blues.
I know.
I don't know, but I think we're moving on. So, well, I guess, whatever. I don't want to briefly just cut off Tim Tebow like that, but be interesting because it seems like the Eagles don't know what the hell they're doing.
How old is he now? Like,
Jeez.
is he in mid-20s, late 20s?
He's got to be like 26, 27,
Okay.
I'd imagine. Something like that. Or 28. He had a few years with the...
I kind of feel sorry for him.
Well, he's got God on his side, though.
I feel sorry for him because it's
Don't
not
feel sorry
the circus isn't. Well, yeah, I guess it is.
No one asked him what his thoughts on Jesus were. He had to tell everyone else. Is that a bad thing? I know you could say, well, what's wrong with being happy with your religion? And there is nothing wrong, but
he sucked on the Jets, right?
he didn't get.
But he did well with the Broncos. But
he
yeah,
did,
that
but
before-
he wasn't. I think Elway realized that
He wasn't the.
he was sort of a
go-to
one-trick
guy,
pony. This is a fluke, and let's get a
Okay.
man in here. And they brought
But
in
a one-trick pony that won a few games.
right. He brought him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so when other guys couldn't, but they brought in Peyton, so they had no room for this freak show.
No.
He didn't get a fair shake with the Jets.
Yeah.
He did make sports radio great, though. Oh my God, it was Tebow this, Tebow that.
And the butt fumble.
Well, that was
I
Sanchez,
know.
but still, yes. Can Tebow be Tebow? Can Beckett be Beckett? Because if he's Beckett...
Yeah, we know.
Okay. So tomorrow, we are going to something interesting.
Do you think Francesa will be there?
Francesa probably has these two gentlemen's their phone numbers, and he has chats with them all the
Oh,
time.
really?
Well, he's had at least one of these guys on the show.
No, I'm just kidding.
A
I know
lot.
Francesa won't be there. He's a busy man.
That's
he needs
true.
to be with Roe and the kids.
That is
Roe, the twins, and the other one.
Harrison. Oh God, I know his name. No, we all know his name. We're not as bad as the people that call up and know the birthdays.
I bet you know the birthday.
I do not know the
I
birthdays.
bet you do.
I swear to
Isn't
God.
it like during the summer?
I don't know when their birthdays are.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Okay. Fine.
I'm a Mongo, but come on. Give me a little credit. I'm not
I don't know.
weird,
I don't know
stalkerish
how far it
Mongo.
extends.
No. That's preposterous. So back to what we're doing. We are going to Southern Connecticut State University tomorrow for a chat. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not chatting. We're observing a chat.
You might speak up. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe I could ask a Francesa question.
Oh, you are not doing that.
Linda Cohn is moderating it.
Okay.
Do you know who that is? She's an ESPN analyst. If you saw her face, you'd recognize her.
Okay.
She is moderating it, and it is a discussion between former New York Yankee manager Joe Torre
Yes.
and former reliever for the Yankees, Mariano Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be interesting. We're in a very big room. This actual room was where I had my first class in college.
Really?
Yes, it was art history.
Oh.
And there were about 400...
Because you know so much about art history.
Listen, I was a freshman. I just picked random classes. I didn't know anything was going on. It would probably explain my GPA at Southern, too. But we're on the second deck, so it's almost like we're... it's like a game or something.
Oh, okay.
Like we're looking down.
Oh. Okay.
Still should be interesting. The last time
Any idea why the two of them are touring and
maybe they're selling
together?
something. I don't know.
Or they're writing a book together or something.
They both
they both already have books.
Yeah. We have gone to talks before.
Yes.
We went to see author Frank McCourt.
Yeah.
Author of Angela's Ashes at Yale.
Yes.
A few years ago, and then he died afterwards.
Yeah.
So he was lucky enough to be in our presence.
I don't think we had anything to do with him.
No, I don't think so either. But he was lucky enough to meet us. He met me. I shook his hand.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he signed the book.
Oh, that's right. He did sign.
Great books, especially if you're of any Irish ancestry. Teacher Man,
Pretty sad.
Tis, and Angela's Ashes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I got more books. Oh, another book to read. Since we're on book reviews here, talking about the sliminess of the Sonny Vaccarro environment.
Yeah.
If you ever read a book by George Dorman called "They Played Their Hearts Out," amazing book. But back to tomorrow. What are you expecting out tomorrow?
I'm honestly not sure. It'll be interesting. I'm wondering what the agenda is on it. If it's another promoting.
I really hope they're not. Plugging some garbage.
You don't think
I'm gonna feel pretty...
Are they going to field questions from the audience, or what?
I think they are, but I don't know how you get involved in that.
Okay.
Listen, if they're plugging anything, it'll be a charity.
Okay.
If they're plugging for profit stuff, I know Tori's involved with...
Bigelow Tea.
Well, we all know Bigelow Tea. Yeah, we've all grown up with that ad, Bigelow Tea. You know why he likes Bigelow Tea? Because it
helps him surf.
No, I think was that a Bigelow Tea commercial,
I'm not sure.
or was some sort of commercial with him in the Dodgers hat?
Yes.
Oh, so ridiculous.
But that makes no sense.
No,
why would tea help you?
I don't know. It had to be for something else. Bigelow Tea, though, he used to say it all the time. I like Bigelow Tea because it's family orientated, and that means something to me. No, but I know he's big in domestic violence because I guess he grew up in a really bad house. And he spoke with Mike several times about this. And he said he didn't like yelling because it reminded him of being a child. And Mike would actually say, if someone called up about Tori being like, he's not aggressive enough with these players. Mike would actually act as if he knows the guy and says, Joe doesn't like yelling. Joe, everyone knows that Joe does not like yelling.
Mm-hmm. He's a mild-mannered man.
Yes, he is. And I know Mariano's a holy roller. So I'm not really sure if he's going to be, holding a crucifix there in front of us. So I'm not really sure what his charity... What does he have a charity? He's got to have something. Yeah, that's right. He raises lots of money for his neighborhood, city in Panama where he grew up in. He lives around here, though.
Yeah, well, you've said.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him, but he's been around here. His son went to nearby Quinnipiac University in Hamden, Connecticut. But we are here live and pre-recorded from New Haven, Connecticut, just in case anyone was wondering the location.
Okay.
You like how I brought that up at the end?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either. But that should be interesting, and I'm probably going to review that in the next Red Ticket Blues podcast.
Yes, you definitely should.
I'd love to ask a question. I don't know what kind of question I'd ask them, though.
I have no idea.
I don't either. So what was it like playing baseball for the Yankees?
I'm sure someone will already ask that question, so...
I hope somebody... I should ask an A-Rod question. Or would that just be... Or would everyone just be like, we're talking about A-Rod?
It'd probably make people sweat in the
Speaking of A-Rod, how about him? He's on fire.
Oh, God. The helmet.
That is, like I said to you when you brought... I think that's his equivalent of when a player is in a great streak or doing wonderful.
Yeah, no, they can't. I understand.
They don't wash their hat, but that's his thing because he's mostly a DH.
Who's the guy on the Yankee that wore the gold G-string?
It's Giambi.
Yeah.
Giambi.
Okay.
And he had the mustache for a while, too.
Yeah, perv stash.
Yeah, well, he looked like quite a perv.
So, yeah, no, A-Rod, so with his helmet, when will he wash it?
I don't know.
It's really bugging me.
Well, he's on a roll right now. I don't think he cares if it bugs you.
How long will it last?
Well, you know what? Regardless of how long his roll lasts, he's very close to these milestones.
Okay.
So I don't think he's going to get rid of that until the milestones have been complete. Well, the milestone in passing Willie Mays, which I'm should be very interesting to see how people react to it. Mm-hmm. It's quite possible it could come on the road, but it could come this weekend.
So are the Yankees going to have some sort of celebration for him? Or
if they're not paying him his $6 million bonus, then I don't think there's going to be a celebration. I think it's going to be ultra awkward, and there's just going to be nothing. He's going to hit the home run.
You really think nothing will do nothing? Okay.
Fans are going to cheer, which this is my internal question. I've made it quite known on this podcast before that I am not a fan of A-Rod, and I think he is an embarrassment to the game. He's an embarrassment to himself because he's a pathological liar. Mm-hmm. However, I root for the laundry. Like Jerry. Mm-hmm. I root for the laundry. Mm-hmm. And I root for A-Rod. I don't want him to fail when he comes up. I want him to get base hits, to score runs, to help the Yankees win. But I'm having an internal issue with him passing someone like Willie Mays because I'm no longer at that point rooting for the laundry. I want him to hit a home run, but this celebration afterwards, I'm not rooting for the laundry for the celebration after he's hit the home run. I'm rooting for him. Mm-hmm. And I don't like A-Rod. Mm-hmm. And I don't think a lot of people like him, even though there's this new crew of people that have flocked, and he's ascended into somewhere that I never knew he could before. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do. I just don't know. I lay awake at night and I don't know what to do.
I'm sure you'll get over it. I'm sure you'll end up. You'll probably cheer and then not cheer. You'll struggle. You'll have an internal.
Cheer and not cheer. Yeah. Well, it could happen any day. I think he's only 2 home runs away.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't affect my life. It doesn't put any. I forget the phrase. Good talk.
Yes.
All right, so I think that about concludes it for today. Mm-hmm. And I want to thank you once again for joining the podcast.
You're welcome.
It's always great to have you here. You're always welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm in the next room. So.
That's true. You could basically walk in and...
come on anytime.
Yeah, but... Free will, life, love, liberty, the whole thing. This is Thomas Jefferson, right? What did John Locke want? Life, love, and life, love.
And the pursuit of happiness?
That was Thomas Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Life, love, and the...
Okay, this is getting extremely boring.
Okay, property, I think is John Locke. Something like that. Unimportant! Yeah. Remember, you can always listen to the podcast on YouTube, on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or go right to the website, www.redticketblues.com. And, I mean, that's a great website.
It is.
It's probably one of the best.
Okay.
Follow me on Twitter at BrianBuck13. We've kept you here long enough. Everyone, have a great day.
Bye.
Goodbye. We're out of here.